to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. I hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
awesome.
Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio. And I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants to smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Thursday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this July 24th, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Now, there's a couple things off the top I got to get right into it. But before I get into, I guess it's breaking news. I guess some of you have heard some of the news. But yesterday I didn't, talk about the 3 Hollywood stars that passed away. They say death come in 3s, but Malcolm Jamal Warner. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat. I see you. Kawanda, not really a city girl. Jeff, Mike, Reginald, Josh. All right, check this out. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan. DJ Brother. Your boy Hulk Hogan, DJ Brothers.
That's not my boy.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't wait for him to kick the bucket.
What? You couldn't? Oh, wow. Well, you know, these are people that dominated like the 80s almost. Kind of dominated, as far as their energy with the wrestling, with Ozzy Osbourne, with the music, and then, the Cosby Show. The Cosby Show. So these, whether you like these people or not, they had a huge influence on people's lives. So I would like to send, my condolences to everybody that's been affected negatively. I know Hulk Hogan became like, somewhat of a racist rant. His daughter was trying to date a black person, I guess. And a lot of people ain't never forgave him for the voicemail. See, a lot of people ain't forgave him for the voicemail, but God bless. If you spend a lot of time on low vibration concepts, if that's where your mind is at, low vibration, it is what it is. But I just, God bless, At the end of the day, you're going to have to face the consequences for your actions and not me. So, hey, I say God bless everybody. That's why I try not to get caught up in the low vibrational ideas, where people want to argue about who black, who white, who fat, who skinny, who light-skinned, who dark-skinned. You know what I mean? It's a lot of different conversations you can have about a lot of different people, but at the end of the day, these people live their life on this earth. They affected the culture. You can't tell me you ain't watched the Cosby Show. Theo Huxtable. Trick Daddy, I think he even remixed one of Ozzy Osbourne's son, one of his biggest records. And, Hulk Hogan, everybody, y'all can understand what Hulk Hogan was, the Hulkamaniacs, all the Hulkamaniacs out there. So, these people have ideas that were very strong. So, they say it happens in 3s. Matter of fact, it was a guy that I talked to today, and he said his brother had just sent him that Hulk Hogan had passed away. And, no matter how you feel about Hulk Hogan or Ozzy Osbourne or Malcolm Jamal, they all affected lives in certain types of ways through Hollywood or entertainment. So we just want to say that, I want to give my condolences. Also, I want to talk about this Governor Evers, breaking news. Governor Evers is not running for governor.
Governor Evers is not running for governor. So immediately, I guess we're going to find out who is. So I thought that, he should have made the announcement a little bit a while ago. But now that he's made the announcement, who is going to run for governor? We got an empty seat. And when we got an empty seat, everybody go for the empty seat. If it's an incumbent, a strong incumbent, you might get like whoever got some money. You might whoever got some, because to run for governor, you're going to have to come out that bag. You can't just run for governor. You got to have that money to cover all these townships. You got to go to every township and try to convince people that you can be the governor of the state of Wisconsin. That's a huge budget. I mean, it's one of those positions where, hey, you may have to go 3 hours away from Milwaukee and put on a checkerboard shirt, you know what I mean, with a straw in your mouth, go with some, with some overalls. You might have to walk around with some overalls and walk around the farm and milk a cow somewhere. Hey, some of y'all know y'all don't know how to milk no cow. So y'all know y'all ain't gonna get no votes on the outskirts. Some of y'all go to them farm towns, it smell like cattle. You gotta go there and you gotta know how to drive one of them tractors, to get the votes. It ain't like Milwaukee where you can give, a Martin Luther King speech, and then folks fall in, people ranting and raving on social media. No, this real. You gotta get up there and get outside. You really gotta get outside if you're running for governor. You got to go in them sundown towns, too. Hey, vote for me and be out by 5 p.m. You seen the movie Get Out? You gotta start your campaign as soon as the sun rises and be out by 5 p.m. before the sun go down, just so to get the vote, just to go kiss the baby. I don't even think, hey, let me stop. I ain't gonna even say that. That governor situation ain't, it's serious. So I'm trying to, and then the Tory Lowe show gonna be a pivotal situation for the governor's race. It's gonna be pivotal, and they gonna sit right up in here. They gonna come through the truth. That Milwaukee battle is strong. That battle, if you can get Milwaukee. You seen what happened with Tammy Baldwin. She was kind of like she was out the race till they bust open the Milwaukee votes. The Milwaukee votes is critical. So they're going to have to come through the Tory Lowe show. They're going to have to come through. We're going to have to talk to them. So get y'all questions ready. Get y'all questions ready because they got an open seat for the governor's race. And I don't care who running. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We got some ideas, though. We got a few people that can challenge that seat. And I was just talking to David Crawley. I asked him. I wish we could play the audio back. I asked him, was you planning on running for governor? He gave me a little smile. Gave me a little, hey, he ain't say no. But we're going to have to run him back through. We're going to have to run him back through. Who else? This Sarah, I don't know who this person is. Whoever, I don't even know none of these names that I'm seeing that could potentially run. Guy Lewinsky, this Sarah Guy Lewinsky, I don't know who that is. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who that is. But I guess she could be somebody that can get out here. But if it's somebody from Milwaukee that's able to get up there, I might go for the home team. I don't know. It depends. It depends on what they talking about. And this time, if they coming out of the city, we need some guarantees. We need some real guarantees. Let's stop being fans of political figures and make them work, be servants. Let's challenge them to get things done. And then if they don't get it done, just vote for somebody else. I think we done became so involved in the fight night. I think that we done got so involved in the fight night. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the battle of who gonna win that we forget to get things out of our vote. That's where I think we at right now. I think we just get excited because we want to be a part of an event. Hey, they saying Tory Lowe for governor. I don't know. Hey, look, y'all. Hey, the people might have to write me in. I don't know. Mo the Elephant says, Tory, if you decide to go in, you got my vote. I'll say this. I ain't doing nothing politically unless the people do it. Like, if y'all decide to do something and y'all put me in there, I'll go. Because if you don't go in there with the people, you ain't going to be able to make no changes, man. You're not going to be able to make no changes if the people don't put, like, if the people don't get behind and push you in there where you got the people support so they can't, do a lot to you when you get in there. Hey, I don't think everybody got big dreams of getting in office and saving the day. If Obama couldn't save the day, they got articles out now where, the DOJ, they recommended Obama to the DOJ. So I don't know. I know everybody want to put the cape on. I think that's old. I don't think nobody falling for that no more. Everybody talking about politics now. I think we've had enough rounds of seeing people not do a lot that I think that now people are exhausted with the I'ma say today being in politics. I think that people are exhausted with it. Like I have a dream. I'm gonna get in this position. I'm about to make things happen. Like I think people are just tired of that. I think people just want to see something happen. That's why they like Donald Trump. Y'all hating on Donald Trump, but a lot of people like what Donald Trump is doing because he's making things happen regardless of how you feel about it. That's what he's doing. And he making it happen regardless of he don't care what you talking about. And a lot of y'all feel some kind of way about it, but this is time for the politics in our communities, the aldermen, the representatives, state representatives, the mayor, the county executive, the governor. We want somebody to come in and Donald Trump the situation. We want somebody to come in and do that on our behalf, because every time we ask for something, it's an excuse. Every time we want something, it's, we got to have 3, 4, 5 meetings. And then still don't get it. Or barely get it. Or don't even get nothing out the deal. I think people want action now. People want to say, we did this and this what happened. I think that we're ready for it. We got something done. And not all this speculation. I'm talking about, if you got to think about it, trust me, ain't nothing going on. Because anything that's real that happened, you're going to talk about it. Just like a car accident. You saw the car accident, you saw the damage. The results is just like that. You ain't even got to argue. If you arguing over something, chances are it ain't nothing happening. Trust me. Trust me. Anytime it's real, you don't never have to argue about it. Anytime something is something that people can see and something that people can touch and some people can feel, they don't argue about it. But if it's a lot of commotion going around, people arguing about this and that, the loudest will get the grease. But at the same time, that don't mean it's a result base. It's a result base. It don't mean that something, just because something is loud, that don't mean it's doing something. What they say, you can run in place and go nowhere. You could be running. If you're running on a treadmill, you ain't going nowhere. If you're on a hamster wheel, now you're going to burn some calories. You're going to burn some calories. Matter of fact, I wonder how much calories you can burn just talking out the side of your face. Look, when we come back, I want to talk about this Obama, something with Obama where he said that he recommend or he well, I don't know if this word for word, but we're gonna play the video when we get back that Obama people kind of taking it that Obama saying that every boy need a gay male in their life. This is what the vibration is. We're gonna talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Never miss a moment of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Violence is a tool. Violence is a tool of oppression. It's a tool of subjugation. It's a tool of manifest destiny. Let's not say all of a sudden, oh, hip-hop music is why people are... No. Y'all know how America was discovered? Murder, slavery, human trafficking. The origins of violence predates hip-hop. Can we at least agree on that?
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now, subscribe to 101.7 The Truth, and see this wonderful smile live every day.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's 101.7 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center in Brookfield lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. A friendly expert can go over Pella's endless possibilities for all price ranges, from colors to hardware to custom designs, ensuring you get the best possible look for your home. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you get the look you want at a price you can afford. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. It's off Blue Mound Road, kitty corner to Cops, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Hey, Wisconsin, are you feeling summer? Then it's time to feel cheesy. It's time to feel good. July 31st through August 10th, only at the Wisconsin State Fair. Presented by U.S. Cellular.
Join Outreach on Thursday, July 31st from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. to learn how prenatal care, routine well child visits, and habits that empower parents for healthy pregnancy. Call 414-727-6320 to register today.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Yeah. Running money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got richer, these got wetter. Bro, call me slow, 6 racks on a sweater. My think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these help. Spent 60 racks on a camouflage bells. Duke diamonds on me, I'm a blue gel. 2 twin Glocks on me, Hessel and Gretel. I'm nothing like them, I put paper over pleasure. I used to want to imp, now I got self. If it's about money, then you know it's whatever. If it's about money, then you know
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Here we go. Hey, somebody sent me this, and you know Michelle Obama got this podcast now. I guess she podcasted, and a lot of people getting like these weird vibrations off of these podcasts that she having, and so somebody was like, Tory, Obama was saying that every gay boy, every boy needs a gay male around or something like that. I said, well, let me go see what he said, because sometimes people do clickbait. Sometimes people try to, throw out things for clickbait. And so I went and I gave DJ Brother Z the audio of what people are saying, that Obama is saying that every boy needs like a gay man around. This is what they referring to. We got video. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group, so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this. I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group, so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Right,
I had a gay.
They said that Obama saying that boys should have, like, I don't know what this is. And I don't know, every time, I don't know. Like I said, y'all hit me up in the chat, I'm hoping that he was just talking about his own experience. Like, which I'm hearing that he's saying that he needed a gay person who was a mentor that helped him and checked him when he, whatever. And so a lot of people clickbaiting this one. I don't know. I just, DJ Brother Z, what did you get from this?
That it's just nice to have somebody that can correct you when you're being ignorant.
A gay person.
They don't have to be gay, but it sounds like he's making it sound like it's better if they are, because they're the source.
Okay, well, hey, all I'm saying is this is what people sent me. And all I'm going to say is this, I'm not LGBTQ or anything like that, and God bless those if that's what they trying to do with their life. That's between them and what they believe and like that. But a lot of men are taking it like, hey, he's saying that every boy needs like a gay like mentor. And I don't think I heard that, but I did hear that he referring that, and I think he said if you do have a non-binary boy or a gay boy in your family, you should go search for a gay person, a gay mentor for that. Now, if you're going to break it down, say it like that. Like, then, hey. But every time you see this podcast, it's transgender and gay, like that. Like, I mean, I would rather hear them talk about managing some of the more deep-rooted plight ideas, but, this is what they be talking about. So, God bless him, I guess he got charges. They trying to press charges on him, too, at the same time. While this is out here, Galbert is saying that she's referring Obama over to the DOJ at the same time. So, I don't know. And I think this is all because you can't look at the mainstream media. It's a lot of clickbait. It's a lot of people out here saying a bunch of stuff. So I got to go do some digging. Kevin Samuel says, sorry, it sounds like he's saying people need a gay person to teach them how to be non-offensive to gays. That's what, this is the minister Kevin now. This is the minister who's saying this. Not really a city girl said, he said it, but I think people are doing too much as usual. Hey, this y'all king. This y'all love Obama. So I don't know. I think that he's probably talking from his own personal experience. And, a lot of people, a man came out and said that him and Obama was, messing around, and that's on the internet. So I don't know. But hey, and I think that if it wasn't Obama, this wouldn't even be a conversation. And a lot of times it's always clickbait because I don't hear him saying directly that a boy needs to be in this situation with somebody that's from the LGBTQ or, like that. So I didn't hear that. So here we go. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have the Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Every step lights the way to brighter futures. Join us for the 41st annual UNCF Milwaukee Walk/Run for Education on Saturday, August 2nd at Veterans Park. Meet our 2025 Grand Marshals and Torchbearers as we light the path for Milwaukee students to achieve their college dreams. Start a team, bring your family, and help us raise funds that change lives. Awards, food, and fun await. Register today at mkeuncf.info. Light the way. Walk for education.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Ben Jammin with his truth.
Truth Nation and all the juicy jammers out there, can I be real with you for a second? We live in a world that's obsessed with right now. But God doesn't do right now. God does right on time. Psalms 27 verse 14 says, "Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart." Truth Nation, there was a time in my life where I felt completely stuck. I couldn't find a job to save my life. I'm talking interview after interview. And my gas tank was always on empty. Just pure struggle. I hated it. Then I finally caught a break. One morning, I got offered a job at the Hilton Hotel. All I had to do was sign my paperwork at 10 a.m. and I'd have a job. Only thing was, I didn't have the gas to get there. So I made a plan. Wake up early, Benjamin. Go donate plasma, Benjamin. Just to get $50. Yes, Benjamin. Buy yourself some gas and pay your phone bill. Now, I hated donating plasma, but it was my only means of income. The plan sounded simple, right? But everything went wrong that morning. From no gas in my car, to the donation of my plasma at the plasma center, to me not getting a job at the hotel because I was late. I remember crying out to God, "What do you want from me?" Now, a week had went by, and a good friend looked at me and said, "Benjamin, you can't rush greatness." And you know what? My friend was right. Because if I had got what I wanted at that time, working at the hotel, then I wouldn't be over the radio talking to you all each and every day, letting y'all know how amazing you all are. So if you're waiting for your moment, feeling drained, literally or spiritually, don't quit. Don't rush what God is still preparing. Because sometimes not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to Jammin' with Juice with Ben Jammin and Carrie Noni weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. Milwaukee Brewers continue to be the hottest team in baseball, beating the Mariners in Game 3 of their three-game series. This one by a final score of 10-2. The Brewers winning 2 out of 3 and now have a 1-game lead over the Chicago Cubs in the National League Central. Day off today for the Brew Crew. They'll pick things up at American Family Field on Friday afternoon against Miami. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL as the Green Bay Packers kicked off training camp on Wednesday. Head coach Matt LaFleur discussing what his mindset is going into camp.
Every opportunity that these guys get, they got to earn. Quite frankly, I don't care what you've done in the past. You got to go put in the work, and you got to prove it throughout the course of the training camp, the preseason, and you can never take it for granted because things change quickly in this league.
Packers this morning also unveiling a new alternate uniform to honor their 1923 season. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's a lot of niggas in the club tonight. What? But it's gonna be alright. Yeah. Cause me and my clique, we don't give a rock. We don't give a rock. Trick Daddy.
One-on-one, 7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got Glenn Pearce in studio for the Pop Culture Report.
What is dope?
What's happening in?
How you feeling today?
Let's go.
It's hot outside.
Hey, it is hot outside.
It's the perfect song for the weather.
Look, let me tell you something. We got to enjoy these days because the summer is not long. But in Milwaukee, the summer is strong. Like we got a lot of festivals, a lot of things to get out to, a lot of things that's happening in the summertime. So we got to enjoy this weather because, you know, it's going to be over with before you know it.
Yeah, it'll be -20 and we'll have a foot of snow in a heartbeat.
Right.
So I'll be outside at Brady Street Festival this weekend.
Oh, it's going to be powerful.
Oh, for sure. I can't wait to have a nice
Brady
little margarita.
Street is always powerful.
It is. It's popping this time of year.
Right.
Might be better than Water Street. Less ruckus.
Brady Street get down now.
I know, but they got security over there now, so it's so cool.
Oh, they had to.
It's been peaceful. They got, I forget how long ago, but they got like
the brawls been breaking out in some of these festivals, so it's probably smart to have some kind of security around.
I mean, we need it everywhere now, here and there, but up this street, Water Street, whatever street, but it's a good time to be alive, man. It's warm. We got a nice little heat wave, so hopefully everybody stay safe, get outside, and enjoy the weather as much as we can.
Well, what's going on in these pop culture streets?
It's some tea brewing. I don't know if you heard about the tea that's going on outside in the streets, but there's a new app. It's for the ladies.
What?
It's basically like Yelp for women, but they get to review men. They get to post about.
Wait a minute.
You ain't hear about this?
I think Liz sent me something. Let me. Liz sent me this.
I'll say Liz put you on game. So for the people,
she sent me this, but I didn't see what the app. I didn't go and load it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is from Complex. So T, again, it's a new app called T. It lets women warn each other about men in their city. It's #1 right now in the App Store. So it's popping. So it's taking over the world by storm.
Wait a minute, hold on. So they putting men faces and pictures in here.
Oh, I'm talking about names, faces, numbers,
HIV status.
If you got it, I guess.
What?
If they got test information, it's like
if
Yelp.
they got it,
it's like Yelp. You can leave a 2-star review.
Wait a minute.
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Hold on.
Nah, I'm trolling right
now. On your ex.
Whatever, a situationship fling.
This is unfair because most people have a sour ideal about their ex. So this is just. It's not anybody that got an ex. It's very few people that will get an ex they props. Like, look, they was cool. You know what? We just didn't work out.
I think it depends on the level of maturity that you operate with.
Okay, you talking about American society and people with control over an app that they can put somebody on Front Street. Because let's say I break up with you and I don't want nobody else to have you, so I'm gonna put a bad review on you. Just so it put you at a 1 star.
I don't know about a bad review,
okay.
But I'm thinking like it ain't no girls that's out there trying to help the homie out. Like imagine you see a picture of somebody else and they asking like, oh, like this my new guy. Like have you heard anything about him? Like what's he like? I got some kind of red flags. It's not like they're gonna be like, oh, he was perfect. Like you should definitely stay with him. I feel like it's gonna do more harm than good because it's more so trying to keep the creeps away from other women in the city. I think that's obviously the purpose of it is to protect women and kind of put them on game.
I understand if you got a creep.
Right.
You know, because I was trying to tell people during the Maxwell Anderson trial with the Sade Robinson, he had 13 women on the jury. I mean, the worst thing a woman could do is go on a date and meet a creep.
For sure.
So if you had creep status, like a lot of people, you know, a lot of guys, you know, they do turn into creeps.
Yeah.
And a lot of women are creeps too. There's some creepy women out there too. But what I'm saying is, if you got an app for women, where the app for men? So now you know that the app for men is coming. If you know,
you think somebody out there developing
come on
it right now?
You know, it's always a male and a female. The women,
but it's so treacherous because men value women on much different standards than women do. Like you could look at a woman wrong and say something wrong, and you end up on the app the next day. I guess men gonna come with the cold hard facts. They trying to ruin everybody's reputation and stuff like that out there. It's so messy and it's like high school kind of drama. Like, it's all over TikTok and it's all over social media. Like, dudes is posting like, damn, they got my homeboy in the app, so they coming with the freako for all of us.
Let me tell you something.
To get all of us.
To me, it gives me like, all right, women, we finna put these men on Front Street. And we gonna rate the men. Now, what I'm saying is this app, when you put in something about your ex, that's all I'm saying. Just that thought right there.
How many people got a positive perspective on what they were dealing with their ex from their point of view? Who's going to give an honest review of this person?
I think there's good people out there. Like it always comes back to the fact that we say not all men and not all women. I feel like there are women out there who are good enough, mature enough, and smart enough.
But would they dominate this app? It's a lot of good women on Facebook.
Hey,
there's a lot of women that ain't getting half naked on Facebook.
Well, this already started on Facebook too. I think there was another. I don't know if it's a forum or a profile. I've heard about it. Never been posted on it. Thank God. Never had to hear no bad stuff about me.
Right.
But I think it's, are we dating the same guy? I think this is another thing that's been going around Milwaukee or other states where there's, women who might go out on a first date with a guy. For example, I'm naming an alias, Michael Johnson or something. And you got women that's like, oh, like I was out on a date with him last week. Or, oh, I know he got a girlfriend. I didn't call him tripping a couple times.
Okay.
This is going to continually be something because I feel like men just don't have the time to invest in throwing, dirt and salt. It's so many women out. I'm just saying.
Here we go. Let me know what y'all think in the chat about this app that women can get on. I guess it's almost like rating their boyfriends or men.
It could be in that way. I feel
all right, let's say we go on a date, nothing happened.
Right.
Everything cool. I just wasn't feeling the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I paid for the date. Everything was straight.
Yeah, nice gentleman.
And then I ghosted you like, okay, well, I don't want nothing else.
That's a walk. I'm telling you, that screams red flag, though.
Okay, but what I'm saying is we're just dating. I don't have to commit to you.
It comes down to commitment or communication as well.
Okay, so what I said was, you know what, we had a good time.
Yeah.
We ended the night. We didn't even kiss. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Wasn't like we got a kiss.
It's platonic. Basically.
It was a straight date. Next thing you know, I look on the app and he did a great job, but he ghosts. He doing just because they salty. This is not going to be an honest thing. Like it's going to be shaped.
Yeah.
In a way where it's going to curve the narrative, just like social media.
I just think it's tough though for brothers because again, like. If you're a single man, you out there, you can do as you please, see as many women as you want, as long as you communicate and there's a healthy balance between what you're doing. As long as you're not there doing your dirt Monday through Sunday and you're not letting nobody know what you got going on. I feel bad for the brothers that's trying to weigh all their options and they might end up out there on the app and it's ruining all prospective partners.
I believe you can spin that though.
Nah.
Because you could be the ladies, man. There's a lot of cats on social media that's putting it out there and they spinning it.
The last thing a woman wants to hear is roster, though.
Because the minute you get popular for being no good, right?
Yeah.
Then you get an audience. It's still an audience. It's a negative audience. It's not an ideal audience. But I've seen people take a negative situation and turn it into social media content.
That's if you lean into being the victim, though. It's going to be a guy somewhere that was out there happy, minding his business or whatever, and he gets blown up and posted on the app. And all he has to do is respond and do a think piece about how dating is.
Right.
Is so.
Now he a guru.
But I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. They gonna turn it up, though. But they gonna turn it into content. Look at Derek Jank. Okay?
Oh, man.
Look at, you forgot this man had all the women.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay.
I'm down for it, though. I'm here for the ladies doing anything that they feel like they need to do to protect themselves. I respect it.
All right. If they're using it for that,
yeah,
then, real, it's things that's, they may throw out something sincere and real. Yeah. Okay, I'm not against that. But every tool is not being used right.
It's going to get messy regardless.
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, I think it's lawsuits on all of those.
Already?
Because a lot of parents, they were suing Instagram.
Oh, you're talking about in general? Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about because of the imagery and the false narratives that's on there, making their kids believe that life is something that it's not. It's a lot of lawsuits out there like that. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is every app can be misused, and most likely, depending on the person, and if they messy on Facebook, and if they messy on Instagram, or they going to transfer that over to the app. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
I just think as long as it doesn't come down to affecting anybody's livelihood or anything.
Defamation. That's what it sounds like, a defamation lawsuit.
Oh, for sure.
You put the right person. Yeah, you put the right person with some money, it's defamation.
But I think it comes down to how aggressive, I guess, you describe whatever grievances that you might have with a person. Because again, like you mentioned, you could kick it with somebody, go out on 1 or 2 dates, and the person just might not be for you. And you might just not even feel like you owe anybody a response, which I guess it comes down to how you see it. If it's not serious, then you don't got to go in depth about.
I'm just saying, let's say, okay, yeah, let's go out.
Right.
All of a sudden, we can have a great time, you know what I mean? We ain't kissing nothing, we talking, all of a sudden, I ain't feeling the vibe.
Yeah.
I got a right to not feel the vibe.
Let somebody down easy, though.
Sometimes it ain't no way you can let folks down easy. Sometimes you can have you know what? Let's talk. Hey, I think that all of a sudden it be that little quiet, that little pause.
Nah.
And next thing you know, I'm trying to tell you, I tell people, you got to be careful when you dating, because mental health is real.
That is true.
And you don't know what this person went through in life before they got to you. So we give you the period of assuming that you're normal until we start seeing red flags, right?
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is you may be dating somebody with severe mental health problems, and you don't know that.
Yeah, but
a lot of that spill into these apps and on Facebook. I always tell people, anybody that's screaming out on Facebook all the time,
they need help.
There's something going on.
They just want to be heard.
So, like I said, we cannot always assume that this is a normal person doing this. Look at somebody brought up Mork from Mork and Mindy, Nanu, the guy that killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that these celebrities would be on top of the world, but they be some of the most mental health issued people, and they be suffering in silence.
Yeah.
But take that to regular life, where people don't have all the money. Okay, all they got is their voice and their ability to react on social media, and that's what we seeing.
I get that. I just feel like, again, like from a perspective, being in a casual dating space, again, I feel like the least that you could do is let somebody down easy. Again, if you go out for 1 or 2 dates and you just not feeling the vibe and it's just not what it is, understand that person might need that advice or that push from you. You could be the person to change them.
So now you're in the changing folks.
That's just how I feel.
I'm not Dr. Phil, so I'm not trying to do all of that. I found out one thing about me. I will work with people, but I'm not fit to go down no mental health rabbit hole. That ain't what that takes a lot of time. We could be working and building and investing and doing stuff, but then you got to take the time to. I mean, I'm not talking about normal stuff like things that you can correct, like, okay, let's work. I'm talking about, but when you got to go back into the deep soul, that's a lot of work. That's therapy.
You better than me. I got to tell somebody about themselves.
Oh, wow.
Whether it's good or whether it's bad, because I feel like it helps me. It's a burden that I have to wear as well, because if you're in a relationship with someone and you're taking the time to get to know them and their family history and their traumas and what they do for work and how things affect them and how they think and how they operate, that stuff, it weighs a burden on you too. If I'm not, if I'm detaching myself from you, I feel like I have to say my piece at least. So you know that the things that you did led to me distancing myself.
What sign are you?
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, that explains everything. Hey, look, when we come back, we gonna have more discussion with Glenn.
You believe in astrology and rocks.
Hey, crystals. You call it a rock.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you got to get the tiger eye. Hey, look,
minerals.
When we come back, we gonna have more Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Milwaukee, it's time to turn the TV off and turn your speakers up so you can hear what the future leaders of the world have to say. Truth Nation, I'm proud to present the 8 Block, powered by City on the Hill and 1017 The Truth, hosted by me, your boy, Ben Jammin. Every other Saturday at 9 a.m., 8 Milwaukee teams will share stories and laughs that will speak truth to what matters most in their lives.
I'm here to discover different levels about myself.
I'm really here to get my name out there and have a different perspective on life.
So tap in every other Saturday at 9 a.m. Truth Nation, welcome to the 8 Block.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks. And enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake. At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great Impressions, perceptions, everything.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, you gotta take a stand, it don't have to hide. If you hurt my friends, then you hurt my pride. I gotta be a man.
7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Glenn Pearce in studio for the Pop Culture Report. Glenn, Hulk Hogan, they kicked the butt.
Terrible.
The Hulkamanias, the millions of Hulkamanias.
Depending on who you ask, there's not a lot of people that are beat up about it, which is sad. Again, it's terrible when we lose anyone in any kind of fashion, but he's got a very questionable.
Right, he got the voicemail.
Yeah.
He got a live recording of him.
And he never apologized and never backed down on it. So
because he don't want no black person dating his daughter.
I'm not. You know what? I'll say this. I'm not mad. He stood on business. He stood by what he believed until the end, and you got to respect it. Not to say that his comments were ever correct or ever fair to anybody. They were very unwarranted at the time, but he stood by his point. But this was going to be my question for you. Again, if you really want to look at Hulk Hogan from his history back in the 60s and 70s as a legendary wrestler, champion, the forefront, of a big multi-million-dollar corporation, can we separate someone who is out there living as a character apart from their actual life? Can we respect the greatness that he had as an entertainer, as a wrestler, or are we always going to look at Hulk Hogan, the Trump supporter, the Republican?
Well, I'll say this: he's definitely got audio out here. That's all you need.
Yes, footage.
So people can formulate. He got thousands of wrestling matches where everybody was cheering. He even went and played the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hulk Hogan don't mind being good or bad. He's just trying to get a reaction.
But that's the thing. People would say he played a character his entire life. He fell so in love with the fame, the glory, and the status that he had in the WWE until they eventually, cut ties with him.
Right.
And he kind of, in his later years of life, he couldn't find a purpose necessarily or anywhere to go with things. A lot of people were begging for him to kind of make good on his comments and just try to reappear his image before his
repair the image.
Yeah, but
he stood on business. Well, like I said, what you gonna do? Hit him? It ain't gonna have no effect. You seen when they tried to wrestle at the end, they tried to hit him, and he started shaking, and then next he dropped the foot on you. Yeah, in fact, I mean, he was gonna drop the leg on you. But the thing is, you see Hulk Hogan die.
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy Osbourne and Malcolm Jamal Warner from the Cosby Show.
And they say it comes in threes, which is crazy.
And so that is that considered a three?
I would say those are three different people who affected three completely different generations and styles and kinds of people. Because again, Malcolm Jamal Warner, that was one of the first popular black sitcoms. It inspired a lot of people to want to go pursue higher education, become doctors, and what a stable household looks like. And then Ozzy Osbourne, for people who were heavy metal and rock fans, a lot of people say he was a demon.
Going off the rails on the crazy train.
But he gave a lot of people life and inspiration. And
they even remix his stuff.
Yeah, which is crazy. And he collabed with a lot of, black artists as well.
Right.
He was very beloved within the black community as well. Hulk Hogan, not so much. But for those
at first he was, before the latter.
Yeah, for sure.
His latter years was when Hulk Hogan started coming out as a bigot.
And that's the crazy part, though. He had a very good 20 to 30 year run of popularity. He could do no wrong. He had people eating veggies and taking vitamins, like he used to say, back in the day.
Right.
So
I used to entertain my grandmother in the front room by talking like Hulk Hogan because she was a big wrestling fan. So on Saturday nights, we would get ready to watch Saturday Night Main Event, and I would go around and mimic Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. I used to do both of their voices, and I could do a good impression of both of them. I'm not gonna do it on the air today because
I was waiting for it.
I'm not doing that. No, y'all would never look at me to say because I sound just like. But the thing is,
it's Tory Lowe.
Hey, but the thing is, at the end of the day, they did affect us in some kind of way. Each one of these people had a huge effect depending on who you are, where you from, what position you was in, and this is across the board.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to look at. Again, like we want to see people as the legends and, you know, respect them for what they accomplished and what they, you know, they brought to life and what they brought to homes everywhere. But we also have to be very skeptical, I guess, of glorifying these people. Like all across social media, like I've seen R.I.P. Hulk Hogan and kind of, you know, everything else that he's done and accomplished.
Malcolm Jamal Warner too.
Nah, I mean, I've never heard any problematic things about him.
I'm talking about, but we glorify these celebrities. You can't just throw one out there. You got to, if you don't want to glorify celebrities, you gotta just not glorify none of them.
It's true though, but I'm just taking it even to this. Like, if we look at Hulk Hogan again as a bigot and a racist, and I hate to put all these names in one place.
He said some bigot and racist stuff. We don't have to look at him. I bet you if we look up the audio, it's out there.
Can find that.
Yeah, facts.
I'm just thinking though, can we separate the two different acts? Can we look at him just purely an entertainer, or are we just seeing him as a bad, evil person?
Now I look back and I see him as, you know, I see two versions of Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
I see the version that I got up every day to watch the wrestling as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see the back end, who he truly is.
The nostalgia is there for you, but you also...
What his real name was? Terry?
It was like Terry LaFontaine or something. He said some random name or something.
All right, but what I'm saying, I realize that a person's public persona and private persona could be two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So when the public version of the person, you know, that's what we like.
Yeah.
But it don't matter who you are. I believe if we got to meet, they say never meet your heroes.
Because it'll ruin them for you forever, yeah.
And that's what happened with Hulk Hogan. We met the real person.
Yeah, he came out after all the glory and all the glitz and glamour was gone. So,
well, Glenn, hey, look, it is what it is. Anything else? You were right quick that we missed. Anything?
I'll see you tomorrow, brother.
Okay, see you tomorrow. All right, hey, you almost brought me out for a second. You almost got me. But look, when we come back, thank you, Glenn Pearce, for the Pop Culture Report. When we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to open up the lines. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Hi, I'm Theo, and I'm a proud Riverside University High School Tiger. As a rising junior, I'm excited to get involved in the many opportunities that RUHS offers, like sports, clubs, and advanced placement classes. But what I love most about Riverside are all of the chances to grow and build relationships with classmates. Riverside is one of the most welcoming high schools in the city. On Saturday, August 23rd, from 11 to 3, come and join us for the Truth Family Fest. We'll have entertainment, food trucks, and vendors. See you there.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments. Behind the Bucks is Bucks history, like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Being a caregiver for a family member can be very rewarding. It can be very challenging, too. Besides taking a physical and emotional toll, it can also take a real financial toll, especially if you're paying for home safety upgrades, covering medical expenses, cutting back on hours at your job, or having to leave your job altogether. In some states and in certain situations, you may be eligible to get paid for the care you provide, but finding reliable information about caregiver compensation can be overwhelming and very time-consuming. The AARP Foundation Paid for Care Hub can help. It's a free online tool developed with support from United Healthcare, where you can search compensation programs, explore your options, and get answers to frequently asked questions. Find out today if it's possible to be compensated for the time, effort, and care you're providing. Visit paidforcare.aarpfoundation.org to learn more.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Immigration arrests in Wisconsin have more than doubled since President Donald Trump took office in January. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports as of June 26, ICE made 445 arrests in Wisconsin under President Trump. That's an average of almost 3 per day. The Department of Homeland Security says 70% of nationwide arrests have been made of people with either convictions or pending charges. President Trump's approval holds steady at 45% according to the latest Marquette Law School poll. Inflation is cited as the most important issue by Americans, but 60% believe the president's policies will make it worse. His major budget measure, the One Big Beautiful Bill, is viewed unfavorable with deep partisan splits. A slight majority supported recent U.S. airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, with most independents and Democrats opposing them. Overall, around 40% say the country is headed in the right direction. As Milwaukee Public Schools continued lead removal during summer break, the district is urging families to get kids tested at free clinics. Amy Ward from Novere helped run Wednesday screening at North Division High School, emphasizing the importance of keeping children calm.
I think one of the strategies that we use to help calm a child is we explain to them and show them what we're going to do, because when they see some of the equipment, they get scared. But yeah, we demonstrate what we're going to do and show them that it's not as scary physically as it is in their head.
The next lead screening clinic is set for Tuesday, July 29th at South Division High School. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I got a question of the day, but I also want to talk about who do y'all think may be putting a name in the hat for a governor now that Governor Evers has basically said, hey, it's an open seat. It's an open seat. Who would you like to see, or who you think gonna put their name in the hat for governor? That's huge. This is the person with the biggest budget on the state. Hey, it also opens up the opportunities for people locally elected right here. Maybe the county executive, maybe the mayor, either one of them may try. But also for other ideas across the state to put their name in the hat. I want to know that. Also, this is my question of the day. I wanted to ask this question yesterday, but
I guess we had the show went, we was talking about what was going on with the Office of Wellness and Safety, but this is the question that I wanted to ask. And when I talk about my question of the day, it's really a something to make you think, and we really want to get some advice out of these questions of the days, like something logic, some real logical stuff. And this is why I appreciate Truth Nation when they do chime in. I like some of the responses to the question of the day, but this question of the day is interesting. It's very interesting. Have you ever avoided giving someone advice because you knew they would not receive it? Question of the day. Have you ever avoided giving someone advice because you knew they would not receive it? Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. Like, have you ever went to go say something to somebody and you was like, you know what? If I tell them this, they ain't gonna call me no more. They ain't gonna hang around with me no more. We ain't gonna be friends if I tell them. And they say, keep it 100. But I'm gonna tell you, keeping it 100 to get you blocked. Keeping it 100 to get you exiled. Keeping it 100 will get you kicked out the room. And you don't even know you kicked out. I'm talking about people you know. I mean, everybody got public opinion on people. And I'm talking about people that you can walk up to, that you spend time with, that you hang around, that if you don't say something to them because you know that they not going to receive it. Like, if it ain't nothing about a financial blessing or something about something on a more positive side, I found out people don't really want to hear really anything too direct. And I'm talking about your buddies. I'm talking about the people you have fun with. I'm talking about the people that you surrounded by all the time. I'm talking about that. So that's my question of the day. 833-212-1017. Have you ever avoided giving someone advice because you knew they would not receive it? And I'm going to tell you this. Yes, I have. I do it all the time. I'm an advocate. I'm by request. So I'm not just running around telling folks what I think. Tory, I need some advice. Tory, I need you to help me with this situation. And I'll listen to the situation, because we're trying to figure it out. And I'm listening to see if we can figure it out. I'm not listening to see, just to waste time. I'm not going to waste my time. So if I'm listening, I'm trying to see what we can do. At least that's me. But there have been times where after I spent probably 2 hours listening, DJ Brother Z, ear burnt up, just trying to hear. And I had to say things that weren't favorable to the person that was trying to get the service. And I'm good at reading in between the lines. A lot of times when people are trying to gain or tell you something or talk to you about something, they're not going to put themselves in a bad situation in the conversation. They may leave things out that may put them in a bad space. And I understand that. That happens all the time. I don't know nobody, very few people. It is some people that will be like, you know what, Tory? I'll admit that this happened. But most of the time, 98%, people are not going to put themselves in a bad space. So, question of the day, have you ever avoided giving someone advice because you knew they wouldn't receive it? If you call in, tell me the advice, what you was going to tell them. Hit me up in the chat. I would love to see what's going on in the chat. Minister Kevin says, people don't want advice. They want a yes man. Just like they don't want help. They just want you to do it for them. Sincere Running Ray Real says, people love when I do keep it a buck until it's them I'm keeping it a buck with. So yes, T-Lo. Yeah, I mean, let me know. 833-212-1017. Also, Who you think could fit in the governor's shoes? Who you think that could possibly get that edge? I want to know. 833-212-1017. Hit me up. Hit me up in the chat. Hit me up on the talk to text line. But it's a story that I do want to bring to the forefront. Once again, I started the show talking about Obama and him talking about him having a gay mentor and suggesting that, you know, a lot of people are taking that some kind of way. But I really want to more focus on what the DOJ is trying to do. And the DOJ launches strike force to investigate former President Obama. This is something that's going on right now, and it's happening. And like I said the other day, when they do these type of things, it's almost like a political circus. Kind of like what we saw with, you know, Diddy almost. You know, they got something on him, but then come to find out, you know, he beat the tougher charges, and they got him for basically being an expensive John, like paying for the situation. Like, you know, I want to know, is this legit? We got some video from NBC News. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
President doesn't really want to be talking about this or focusing on this, but now you have the DOJ launching a special unit, right? They're calling it this like strike force, basically, to investigate a conspiracy theory related to former President Obama. Do we know if this is deflection? It is clearly, obviously, changing the subject off of Epstein, right?
Right. Democrats are very, very vocal saying that this is a big nothing burger and that this is a distraction. And I think we can objectively say, Hallie, that the allegations that are being presented against former President Obama and others in the intelligence community during his administration, what is being alleged is a far cry from the, quote, treasonous conspiracy that Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard is alleging they committed here. And I think that is notable that the Department of Justice does say that they are now technically investigating this. Of course, they would have to go and present evidence in a case to a grand jury who would have to issue any sort of indictment here. But this is all happening, really, you could say, in parallel or perpendicular to the Epstein files and the controversy surrounding them, those files at the Department of Justice here. And so there's a lot of outstanding questions and a lot of layers to what is being alleged against the Obama administration, something that we should be also very clear that John Durham, he was a special counsel appointed during the first Trump administration. He investigated this exact thing for 3.5 years and brought no indictments against any high-level Obama administration officials.
Hey,
Von
so
Hilliard,
here we go.
live for us there.
To me, it's so much in the air, and they bring up the Epstein. Now, I'm gonna tell you this Epstein thing, and I see that it's got to be powerful. The list got to be powerful because the Joe Biden administration had all the information. Trump, when he won, he got the information, and nobody let out the information. That's all I'm saying. Now, if Trump is on the list, and I'm not saying he not, or I'm not saying he is, but you would think that the Democrats would have used it when they had it, when he was running for office, because it was getting dirty. That last election, it got real dirty. That was a real nasty election. People pulling out all the stops. You would have thought that if they had the Epstein part, because the Democrats prosecuted Ghislaine Maxwell, so it happened under the Biden administration. So why, if I knew Kamala Harris was going to lose the race, why wouldn't somebody had leaked that whole file or put that out in the atmosphere, because that would have been more damaging to Trump than the 2 assassinations and trying to lock him up. So all of a sudden he wins, and all of a sudden they now here we go talking about Epstein files. Well, the Joe Biden administration had the files. So if I seen I was losing all of the states, even the night before the election, like, I mean, if you had that, why didn't you throw it out there? That's just my question. That's just me. That's my thoughts. Because if I knew I had an opponent that I could lose to, and I had something on him and Epstein, and I got it in my possession, I'd have put it out there. They didn't get it wasn't no blue wall in the election. The majority of America voted for Donald J. Trump, and I know that hurt when people hear that. But if you would have had this information, I would have dropped that. Especially after Joe Biden started stuttering up there at the debate. I'd have dropped it. I would have said, hey, we gonna lose this. We got Trump in the Epstein file. We, figure out how to get it out to the public. That's all I'm saying. It's only logical to me. So this Epstein list, got to be powerful. It's got to be enough people on this list to make it so that if you do put it out, I believe if anybody would have put that list out, I don't know if you're going to make it to next week. I don't know, because it seemed like nobody want to let it out. And they playing cat and mouse with the list. They not really being honest on what's going on with everything that's going on. And that's to me, from the Joe Biden administration and what I'm seeing now with the Trump administration, I'm not seeing, at least we thought we was going to get it, because we heard that they were going to let the files loose. The Trump administration said they was going to let it loose. Some going on, some on that list. And if it's not a list like Trump claims, how did they persecute Ghislaine Maxwell and all of that? So where the federal judges had to have information. So where's that information? And I thought that when Ghislaine went to court, that it was like a black book or something. We already seen the flight list or heard about the flight list. But I thought it was didn't we I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I thought it was a little black book. Maybe that's Heidi Fleiss. I don't know. I don't know if that's Heidi Fleiss or not. But 833-212-1017 if y'all want to join in on the conversation. Security Mike.
Hello.
How you doing, Security Mike?
Hey, this is me. How you doing? Welcome back, Tory.
Blessings, brother.
All right. Hey, what happened was it was under the Trump administration where that dude committed suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And then Trump won by kept saying that he would release the Epstein files when he just beat Biden. Now he won't release them.
Right.
So something's going on with that.
He said it wasn't no list.
No, I'm just saying Trump kept saying he going to release them files.
Right.
Now it's on him to release them, and he won't release them.
And that's what I'm saying.
Trump is on them files.
Right, and that's what we want.
People can put that together that Trump is a pedophile.
Well, I'll say
that
this.
Dude was best friends. Dude said him and Trump was best friends.
Well, think about this.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah, but listen, Security Mike, because you're a security guard. If you got the information and you going into election cycle, yeah, Trump said he was going to release it, and I think a lot of people are raising an eyebrow at this Epstein list, and I am. I'm telling you. I think that this whole Epstein situation, especially with Trump and them saying that they're going to release the files. But what I'm saying is both administrations had if it's a list, they both had it. That's all I'm saying. Twan. How you doing, Brother Twan?
Yes. I'm all right. I just had one quick question.
Go right ahead.
I was just trying to understand how they have this list, and this so-called list, they want to hold on. Is they going to edit this list? Or is it really going to be the list?
Look, I'm going to tell you this. I think a lot of people in America are starting to look at politics from a lens of, if we don't get this list, Hey.
I'm just saying.
Hey.
We need to know the real truth. Oh, we do know the truth. Tory Lowe, thank you again.
God bless you. God bless you, Twan. Hey, look, y'all can play politics all y'all want. But I'm gonna call it straight down the middle because I see that Trump, something is going on where either it's a list or they went through the stuff and they couldn't produce whatever they said they was going to produce. But America, the majority of America want to see that list. The majority. I don't care if you Democrat or Republican. We can all agree, or independent, that we want to see that list. That's the one thing we all can agree on right now. That's the one thing that America can agree on is that Epstein list. And I want to see it. I want to know. And I don't care if it's Donald Trump. I don't care who on it. They going to get that. They got to get what's coming to them. All this smoke screen, the political and whose side you on and the donkey and the elephant. Hey, we not going to play that when it come to kids. All bets is off. All the bets is off. Ain't no playing around. Also, there was 300,000 kids from the open border that ain't nobody talking about. That's probably worse than what happened with Epstein. Where them kids at? Who got them kids? 300,000 children that came into the United States government, undocumented. Where are them kids at? See, y'all want to play politics with, and it's some bad situations going on, and you got to look at all these situations with these kids, whether they were here illegally or not. Where are those kids at? And that came through the Joe Biden administration. And if Trump don't release that list, we don't, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if that list don't come out, they gonna have some problems. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're gonna have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
If you're innocent. Don't touch that dial. Hey. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
Be careful of the decisions that you make and the company that you keep, because that is going to determine a certain consequence. So you don't have to wait to go to prison, or you don't have to wait to figure it out what the consequences may be. All you got to do is look at your decision making and who you allow in your space. If they making wild decisions, wild things gonna happen. But you don't get to choose what wild things are gonna happen.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Good Karma Brands teamed up with a 2021 national champion Wisconsin Badgers women's volleyball program to host the first ever Good Karma Brands volleyball clinic at Vincent High School in Milwaukee. The event covered all essential volleyball skills with sessions in hitting, setting, and passing. To wrap up the clinic, campers put the skills they just perfected to the test with a full scrimmage. The event wouldn't have been possible without our sponsors. Thank you to Big Frog Custom T-Shirts, UW Credit Union, and Siding Unlimited for their hard work in making this event possible.
Ride the wave to clean at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 per day. Plus, skip the wait in the fast lane and enjoy unbeatable amenities like free vacuums and tire air. Visit any of their convenient locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com.
I've got to share that I am also a beneficiary of the Old National Bank Empowerment Loan Program. So, Tracy, with that being said, what is the Empowerment Loan Program?
Great. Well, the Empowerment Loan Program is a special purpose loan program that we launched 2 years ago. It has been a success. It was something, again, near and dear to the heart of not only our chairman and CEO, but just our organization as a whole. We work with contractors, consulting firms, retail food operations, daycares. In fact, so far, we've approved $50 million of loans to minority and women-owned businesses within a 2-year period.
And for those that are now leaning more into this conversation, what's the best way to get in contact with you as part of their interest in the Empowerment Loan Program?
I'm going to give you my cell phone number to the listeners. It's 414-687-7393. And if that doesn't work, feel free to reach me at my email, tracy.meeks@oldnational.com.
Tracy Meeks, Senior Vice President, Community Lending Market Executive from Old National Bank.
Hey, Wisconsin, are you feeling summer? Then it's time to feel cheesy. It's time to feel good. July 31st through August 10th, only at the Wisconsin State Fair. Presented by U.S. Cellular.
Join Outreach on Thursday, July 31st from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. to learn how prenatal care, routine well-child visits, and habits that empower parents for healthy pregnancy. Call 414-727-6320 to register today.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Man, I gotta see you put a big X on his head if he a plug. I'ma call it big X, that's my motherfucking thug. We gon' push up with yappers and choppers, and yeah, we gon' pop them, we gon' let it rain, let it flood. Going back with the big man, for them like a presser. Big booty, bust it down like a bizzle. I be running through the streets, I be playing around with the devil. Creeping and crawling, I walk with the metal.
101, 7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We gotta head over to Florida, Truth Nation. We gotta go down. We gotta go down to Florida. We got a situation where William McNeil Jr., 22-year-old college student, this video is going viral right now, where he was sitting in the car during a traffic stop, and the police broke through his window and punched him in the face, pulled him out the car, punched him in the face. I think I've seen Attorney Benjamin Crump at the last press conference down in Jacksonville. They're saying that Florida law enforcement officers stopped him, and I guess he asked to see a supervisor. You can see it on the video. And they brutalized this young man. This video is going viral. We got video, if you're watching as we broadcast on social media. Let's listen.
I was really just scared. And that's it.
Speaking softly and briefly, William McNeil Jr. spoke Wednesday about his now viral encounter with Jacksonville police in February.
That day, I just really wanted to know, why I was getting pulled over.
Is there a reason that you're pulling me over? Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. It's not raining. Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. No, call your supervisor. Step out of here.
McNeil again asked for a police supervisor.
Wow, I needed to step out the car when I knew I didn't do nothing wrong.
Within moments, the traffic stop turned violent.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. This was a classic case of driving while black.
Jacksonville's sheriff defended the officer's actions Tuesday.
And just because force is ugly does not mean it's unlawful or contrary to policy.
The sheriff says the cell phone video doesn't tell the whole story.
The cell phone camera footage that began viral circulation over the weekend does not comprehensively capture the circumstances surrounding this incident.
to the sheriff, respectfully, you can't justify this. You need to terminate that officer immediately.
The arresting officer has been stripped of his law enforcement authority pending the outcome of an administrative review that is still ongoing. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Hey, okay, so we got video from the young man. Thank God that the young man knew enough to record, because sometimes you could feel the vibration from the officer that, man, I better record this. You know, the way they talking to you, because we as black people, we can feel it. We can hear it in their voice. When many times black people have an innate feeling that something is about to happen. So a lot of these young men run from just what happened right here. Look what happened with the young man at the stop, you know. And then you got the sheriff trying to justify what these officers have done. And so it's 2025. And we got these videos of abuse and young men being severely abused. They broke his window and punched him in the face after they broke the window, pulled him out, grabbing his dreads. And a lot of times we get distracted with the main purpose of our plight in America, which is police brutality, injustice, economics, neighborhood development. We get to playing these other games and diluting the real cause that we've been fighting against since day one. And the thing is, this young man was brutalized, and they're trying to justify it. The Benjamin Dixon show in the chat says, did you see the black man at the end of the video? You know, I seen the body cam footage. I seen his footage. All I'm saying is, this is over a traffic stop. This ain't no big drug dealer. This ain't no big violent criminal. I done seen people who committed horrific violent crimes get treated better than this man. I done seen people who have done horrendous things to others that was able to walk out in handcuffs without even being brutalized. That's all I'm saying. So when we talk about how we feel and building trust in the communities, this is 2025. We all talking about all this other stuff, but we get away from the real fight. That's the justice system. That's the economics. And that's what we need in our neighborhood, which is neighborhood development, those kind of ideas, the education ideas that we need to actually build a solid foundation for our community. So when I see something like this now, and I just look at it and salute to Benjamin Crump for getting involved, salute to the young man for having the wherewithal, because they was about the black sheriff now, because you know we got black people in place now. You know we got the black face now, and he trying to justify this. And I always tell people, if you see the police, chill out, because it's a gray area between the time they pull up and the time you drive off from the encounter. And anywhere between the time they pull up and the time you engage, it's wide open. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. And this is a traffic stop. So I tell people it ain't even worth it. Chill out. That's what I tell people. Don't even try it. If relax, because I've seen so many outcomes. I don't even, if I tell somebody, if you see the police coming, just relax, say less. If they got to arrest you, go through with the arrest. If they got to tow your vehicle, let them tow it. But it could get brutal in an instant. It's that gray area, and that's what that sheriff was trying to justify. That's what the sheriff was trying to justify. Well, you got to comply and all of this and X, Y, and Z, and and he getting paid. Y'all almost made me say one of them Liz Brown sayings. I'll say this. When they put blackface in the front and you see this type of behavior, they were selected because they knew that they could get this person under control. So many times when they select the leadership that look like us, we'll take the selection. This person wasn't chosen. We didn't, half of the time, these people in front of us, we didn't even choose them. They just appeared and we got behind them, selected. Okay. Well, like I said, salute to Attorney Benjamin Crump because you can't, nowadays when you look at the video, they'll try to make you believe you didn't see what you just saw. This is how sad it is. This is how sad it is. You can watch a video and they gonna make you believe that you didn't even just see what just happened. We saw the video. We saw the boy getting punched in the face. Then if you see toward the tail end when they stood him up, the officer punched him in the face. Then on the body cam video, he on the ground, they pulling his hair, shoving his face in the ground and all kinds of stuff. So what else do we need to see? They didn't even do the school shooters like this. How many times y'all seen people that go when they do the mass shootings how many times you see them get treated like this? If they don't kill themselves. All right, look. When we got another story I want to cover. Also, y'all can answer the question of the day. Have you ever not given advice to someone because you knew they couldn't receive it? That's the question of the day. And who you think can fill in them shoes for governor? Governor Evers has put out that he is not running for governor. Hey, they plotting. Somebody finna throw their name in the hat. I want to know who you think it is. When we come back, we have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You can be the light helping Milwaukee students reach college. Join the UNCF Walk for Education August 2nd at Veterans Park, our 41st year of lighting the way. Meet our inspiring 2025 Grand Marshals and Torchbearers. Your help funds scholarships for local students. Bring your coworkers, friends, and family for awards, great food, and community spirit. Every step taken lights the way to someone's future. Visit mkauncf.info today. This summer, make 3rd Street Market Hall your one-stop, must-stop destination to eat, drink, and play. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-serve beer wall featuring 30 Wisconsin breweries, over 50 HD TVs, and happy hour specials all week. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch, 3rd Street Market Hall is your home away from home or office. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for menus, events, and more information.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive on collaboration in the Gimbel-Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today. It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm tired of just working. These jobs ain't it. Need something that can pay me. Can't get a break, need money in the bank. Tell me what it's gonna take just to make G. I hate the way it feel when the rain get real and your landlord's tripping on the 18th. Know where to run when the rain gon' come out looking for the sun like KD. In the crib too hot, no AC. Broke, I scheming on your AP. I ain't wanna do it, but you made me. Kids gotta eat and the bills got late fees. My cousin hit me up, try to save me. Told me how to sell crack, but that ain't me. No, there's gotta be another way to make cheese. That's a life of a try to break free. They ain't wanna
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We gotta head down to Atlanta. Tucker Motel. This building with all these motels, Tucker Motel settled $6 million in child sex trafficking case. The Tucker Inn Incorporated agreed to a $6 million settlement to a survivor of child sex trafficking who was trafficked at their hotel in 2015. Here we go. We got video of what's going on down in Atlanta. If you're watching as we broadcast live, let's listen.
Trafficking for millions of dollars. The survivor sued the hotel, saying staff and owners turned a blind eye to her being trafficked there. It comes on the heels of a historic verdict against another hotel indicator for also ignoring signs of sex trafficking. Fox 5's Eric Mock spoke one-on-one with this survivor and her attorney and joins us now outside the hotel in question off Lawrenceville Highway.
Well, at the time of this trafficking, this was a Super 8 motel. Now it's an America's Best Value Inn, but it's still owned by Tucker Inn Incorporated, who now has to pay $6 million to this survivor for not lifting a finger to help her when she was being sex trafficked here as a child. By the time she was 15, Deshandra Hill said she was in a very vulnerable place.
I grew up not feeling love or cared for. I was mostly neglected growing up.
So she reached out to someone she thought she could trust.
I took it upon myself to reach out to my older sister on my dad's side. From there, she started trafficking me.
Her own half-sister started selling her for sex as a child in 2015. At one point, over a period of several days, she was sold to dozens of men here at this hotel off of Lawrenceville Highway, owned then and now by Tucker Inn Incorporated.
I felt like I was her slave for months on end, but I couldn't get away.
Luckily, police raided the hotel in September of 2015 and rescued her. Hill says she could have been rescued much sooner, but she says hotel staff and owners knew what was going on and did nothing to help her.
They saw me, but they didn't try to intervene at all.
Which is why, with the help of attorney Patrick McDonough, they sued Tucker Inn Incorporated.
If you're going to do this, turn a blind eye and allow children to be sold, you're going to be held accountable.
The case was about to go to trial, but after McDonough won a similar case last week, where the jury ordered a Decatur hotel owner to pay $40 million to the survivor, this hotel owner decided to settle for $6 million. McDonough says their attorneys pushed for the settlement to be confidential, but Hill refused and wanted it made public.
She wants to be able to bring awareness to this issue really nationally.
Hill wants other girls and women who are in her shoes to see this victory and know they too have a shot at getting justice.
I hope they're able to heal. I hope that they're able to find their voice. They still feel like they can't fight their way out of whatever they're going through, and that's not true. you're always able to fight.
Now, I called and spoke to one of the owners of Tucker Inn Incorporated, who told me they have no comment on the settlement or the case against them. Hill tells me this money is going to really help her and her son a lot, but she's also going to use some of it to found a home for girls who were trafficked as children like her. For now, reporting in DeKalb County, Eric Mock, Fox 5
Hey, all right. Well, I see that there may be a situation where, because human trafficking is huge around here in Milwaukee, so if they doing it in these hotels, I wouldn't be surprised if similar lawsuits start popping up. A lot of times when you see cases like this, who would think to sue the motel where they was doing, most people go to the hotel or the motel to do things, extracurricular, but when you got that human trafficking going on, and some of these girls, I had to go and deal with a hotel right here in the city where the mother said that her daughter was being human trafficked. So, hey, I may have to reach back and see what that is, because at the end of the day, sometimes they just want the money. Some of these establishments, some of the owners may not even be around. They just let somebody manage the property. But if you got people, little kids or people that okay, this looking kind of funny, or you understanding that there may be some underage sex going on or some kind of illegal activity going on, and you allow this to happen at these hotels, hey, they said one hotel had to come up out of $40 million against a Decatur hotel. And now this hotel, this Tucker Inn, they settled for $6 million. So, okay, so I didn't personally had to deal with going up to these hotel rooms and figuring out what was going on with some of these young women over my tenure over the last 16 years. I think that I haven't seen it as much as within the last 5 years. I haven't dealt with it as much. But what I'm saying is, if they can sue, then what else? What other hotel chain may be a situation where they then brought the young woman into this hotel chain that may be on the hook for a lawsuit? Also, if you listen to the story, her half sister, she reached out to her half sister, and the half sister prostituted her out. And this is why, when you talk about people that need a safe space, a lot of times I was going to talk about being a safe space for somebody, being that safe space. She reached out to a family member to be a safe space, and the family member, you know what, DJ Brother Z, every day I hear stories that just make me shake my head. But these are lessons to understand that you ain't safe. And if you don't have a safe space or safe place or a person that's a safe space, it's bad out here. And a lot of us don't have a safe place. This girl went to reach out to her family member and got prostituted out. But look how it turned around. Now she got $6 million, and she's going to build a facility to house girls in her situation so nobody else has to go through it again. Look how she turned it around. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Crew Tuesdays are back on July 29th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third down.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in July 29th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check out your local listings to watch the game.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center in Brookfield lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. A friendly expert can go over Pella's endless possibilities for all price ranges, from colors to hardware to custom designs, ensuring you get the best possible look for your home. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you get the look you want at a price you can afford. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. It's off Blue Mound Road, kitty corner to Cops, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
At Cousin Subs, the bigger your smile, the better we feel. That's why our menu features something for everyone, like our Wisconsin cheese curds, golden fries, creamy shakes, and mac and cheese, all paired with your favorite sub, or our subs in a bowl. And don't forget our kids' meals, now with a free cookie. Here's to a better day. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, Wisconsin, are you feeling summer? Then it's time to feel cheesy. It's time to feel good. July 31st through August 10th, only at the Wisconsin State Fair. Presented by U.S. Cellular.
Join Outreach on Thursday, July 31st from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. to learn how prenatal care, routine well child visits, and habits that empower parents for healthy pregnancy. Call 414-727-6320 to register today.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
Okay, let me get him, baby, ain't sparing. Everybody gotta get it, air car riding in his tenant. They ain't heard nothing from the Carolinas in a minute. Nasty, get on it and ride it till she finish. I get him 10, 20,000, make her spin it. Or pull a pistol out, make it holler if you hear me. Too pretty, looking out the window, say, there go Trout. He always talk about 2 letters, cross tracks. He say he riding on whoever. Tar Heels, Carolina Blue Devils, we make it rain, Blue Hornets, new weather. I can't stand them, dude talk that like he gon' shoot better. Get him, pull out and up it on whoever. She say, I get you
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, this is a story. I think that's wild. I think this is a wild story. And when I saw this story, I just kind of felt like, why? Why? This is about this woman. She went to catch the Spirit Airlines, and she had some tight booty shorts on. I guess that's what they call it, the booty shorts. And but when I see it, it looked like a booty short outfit, and they denied her to get on Spirit Airlines from a flight from Miami heading to Chicago. And when I looked at the story, I couldn't believe that somebody would try to get on the plane. DJ Brother Z. I guess I don't know what's going on nowadays, because people be in Walmart looking wild too. So people go in Walmart any old kind of way now, but I guess they said that you can't fly on Spirit Airlines in these tight little booty shorts, I guess. Lululemon. I don't know if it's Lululemon or not. But we got video as we broadcast live. Let's watch this. Oh, wow.
You'll see only here on CBS News Miami. Tension at the ticket counter when a passenger is denied entry onto a Miami flight to Chicago.
She called us to look into what happened after she was told it happened because her shorts were too short. The incident escalating from there, landing her sister in jail overnight. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten joins us live from MIA with new reaction from Spirit. Ted?
Yeah, we've been looking into this story all day after we got that phone call from that passenger. This all began as a sister's trip to Miami and ended with one of them in jail.
Need your boarding pass, please?
Tension at the ticket counter after Tanasia Grayer is told she can't board her flight home to Chicago. She reached out to us after it happened.
I'm right here. I'm telling you. I'm right here. You need to get out my face. You don't have to address me like that. You can say whatever you need to say from right there. You don't have to get in my face.
You don't get to tell me what to do.
And you don't get to tell me what to do.
Do.
Okay, but say it from over there. And these is just regular shorts. This is how I walk through the airport. This is how I walk through the airport with these shorts on. With my robe. This is exactly how I have my clothes.
It all started when Grayer said she was denied boarding because of her outfit. She's wearing the same thing today because her luggage made it onto the flight even though she didn't. She also tells us she wore similar shorts when she flew to Miami on Sunday.
We were getting ready to board the plane, and the lady at the front desk, she stopped me and said, "You're not getting on a plane like that." So I looked at her and I said, "Like what?" She said, "With those shorts."
Wearing her bathrobe over her outfit, Grayer said her clothes were not revealing.
They said that you can't have the bottom or your butt out. That's why this robe is on. That's why this robe is on, so that I'm not too revealing. If it was a problem with me wearing this robe, I was in the airport for 40 minutes. Y'all should have told me that. That way I could have went and changed my clothes or put anything else on. I'm confused. I'm confused. This is crazy. This is insane.
The voice you hear in the background is Grayer's sister, Jessica Kordelewski. She was arrested, accused of disorderly conduct.
They treated me like a real criminal.
Now out of jail, the sisters are both ready to get back to Chicago.
I'm going home. Getting on a flight and going home.
Wow.
We're with Miami. We ain't never coming here again. Miami at all. Ever.
All right, somebody help me make this make sense, because I don't understand. I don't know. I don't even know how to react to this, because, hey, you know what? It looked like underwear, male underwear to me, but was it Lululemon? I don't know. I don't know what this is. I see a lot of people do a lot of weird stuff. They be going into Walmart, and sometimes I'll be like, wow, but I guess Spirit Airlines ain't having it. She had them cheeks hanging. She went out to get on the plane double cheeked up. Not really. City Girl said she had them cheeks hanging out. That's was likely the issue. Hey, like I said, I know in the time in 2025, y'all everybody just do whatever. Long as as you feel it's right, this is what you do. This is what the feeling is. Like, why would you go on a plane with your cheeks hanging out? I don't know. Somebody help me out. Maybe I'm outdated a little bit. Maybe I'm outdated. I don't know. But they feel like they got disrespected. You heard them say they ain't never coming back to Miami no more. They gonna go to Chicago and they ain't coming back. Didn't somebody just have a video of a roach on Spirit Airlines? Now the roach and the ratchet on the airline. I don't know. What we got in the chat? Spirit don't want to deal with all that stiffness. She's being released from KTG. They starting to stop a lot of the cosmetic clients from flying like that. They either stay 14 days or be denied service. Somebody says, but she had a robe to cover it up. I think she had the robe to cover it up for the news. I don't know. Look, when we come back, I want to talk about this curfew. I want to talk about this curfew that they released in Milwaukee. We're going to talk about it when we get back. It's curfew for the youth. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Truth Nation, please join us at our 3rd annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Admission to Truth Family Fest is absolutely free and a great place to have fun and celebrate with family and friends while also enjoying some great music and amazing food. Also, everyone in attendance will have a chance to win some great prizes, so make sure to save the date for our 3rd annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Truth Family Fest is presented by Crash Course and U.S. Cellular. Also sponsored by Landmark Credit Union, Milwaukee Public Schools, U.S. Bank, Milwaukee Area Technical College, Educators Credit Union, and Riverside University High School. Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School.
Every step lights the way to brighter futures. Join us for the 41st annual UNCF Milwaukee Walk/Run for Education on Saturday, August 2nd at Veterans Park. Meet our 2025 Grand Marshals and Torchbearers as we light the path for Milwaukee students to achieve their college dreams. Start a team, bring your family, and help us raise funds that change lives. Awards, food, and fun await. Register today at mkeuncf.info. Light the way. Walk for education.
Hey Wisconsin, it's construction season and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Immigration arrests in Wisconsin have more than doubled since President Donald Trump took office in January. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports as of June 26, ICE made 445 arrests in Wisconsin under President Trump. That's an average of almost 3 per day. The Department of Homeland Security says 70% of nationwide arrests have been made of people with either convictions or pending charges. President Trump's approval holds steady at 45% according to the latest Marquette Law School poll. Inflation is cited as the most important issue by Americans, but 60% believe the president's policies will make it worse. His major budget measure, the One Big Beautiful Bill, is viewed unfavorable with deep partisan splits. A slight majority supported recent U.S. airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, with most independents and Democrats opposing them. Overall, around 40% say the country is headed in the right direction. As Milwaukee Public Schools continued lead removal during summer break, the district is urging families to get kids tested at free clinics. Amy Ward from Novere helped run Wednesday screening at North Division High School, emphasizing the importance of keeping children calm.
I think one of the strategies that we use to help calm a child is we explain to them and show them what we're going to do, because when they see some of the equipment, they get scared. But yeah, we demonstrate what we're going to do and show them that it's not as scary physically as it is in their head.
The next lead screening clinic is set for Tuesday, July 29th at South Division High School. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Wavy boy, go crazy.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, I want to shift gears here with the show. And the curfew. They got a curfew out here right now in Milwaukee. Milwaukee police step up curfew enforcement to curb youth gun violence. City leaders have gave a mid-year crime update, and they're announcing these 30 curfew citations. This is what's happening. Now, I'm used to 10 o'clock with the teens being in the house, because I grew up on that. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? This is what they used to say. At 10 o'clock, do you know where your kids is? This is what I was raised. Like, okay, if you out after 10 o'clock, your parents must don't know what's going on. Your parents must not be active. But I guess now they're enforcing this curfew, and we got a news article on this. I want y'all to weigh in on this. What do y'all think about this curfew? And they're saying they're trying to cut down on the youth violence. We got video. If you're watching as we broadcast live, let's listen.
We have over 30 citations that were issued. We are still continuing to, put that as a tool to be utilized, but it's not the only tool, and it's not the first tool.
Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman says curfew enforcement is just one piece of Milwaukee's Operation Summer Guardian program.
This is a tool of more of a last resort rather than first resort. It's a concerted effort in regards to parents know where your kids are at. Understand that there are time limits in regards to how they can stay outside, how long they can stay outside.
In Milwaukee, during the summer, children under the age of 17 must.
2023. That was the police chief from 2023. And this curfew has been going on for a while, but there was a resurgence of it. There has been a resurgence of it. So all I'm going to say is this. Should there be a curfew, and what should be done if they're not out? Not if they're not out, but what if they get caught out after curfew? Is that the parents? Is that the issue with the parents? Is that something where the parents need to pay the price for? I don't know. Right, but we got the idea. The one thing I'll say is this: when it comes to youth violence, the curfew idea has always been significant. Like I always say, bedtime for kids is important. Like having the kids go to bed at around 10 o'clock. I always believe that kids should be in the bed. If you like 17 or below, or sometimes when they get 17, they can get mature. But when you're a young kid, you got to be in bed, or getting ready for bed around 9 o'clock, just so you can be asleep, winding down by 10. And I always believe that there should have been a set curfew for young kids to go to bed. It's kind of a discipline thing. It kind of is the center balance of your authority of the house. Because, you know, they run around all day, they play with things, you know, kids have these different ideas of during the day. But when they got to go to bed, that's when you know where your parentalship, that's how you know what kind of parent or what kind of discipline or what kind of control you got when you say it's bedtime. Like, this is how you can measure if you really got some control over the kids. Tell them to go to bed by 10 o'clock. Wind them down at 9 o'clock. And if they up and if they hanging around and they not asleep, you know, they up playing around. And so you can measure where your authority is as a parent by setting the bedtime schedule. And then the get up time. It's time to get up. Lauren Taylor says, there is no curfew at home. There is no control over these kids. This is why they do what they do. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real says, I'm all for 10 p.m. Miss Nikki B says, back when we was kids, we was home to hear the news ask, it's 10 p.m. Parents, do you know where your kids are? Okay, what I'm saying is, we talk about all these things with the youth. And then, you know, when you don't have the discipline at home, and it all starts at home. A lot of the discipline idea starts at home. But the one telltale sign you could tell that the parent ain't got no real control is when they don't have a bedtime established for the kids in the house. What's the bedtime for the kids? Well, if you got kids playing up to 12 and 11, okay. All right. A lot of people don't understand that's a measurement of your authoritative ideas as a parent, especially when it's time to say, okay, lights out. When people go to jail, they tell you when to go to bed, when to get up, when to eat, when to go outside and get some recreation. They try to put you in a structure. Travis the Matrix says, my kids go to bed at 8 p.m. I don't care if they have school the next day or not.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have that curfew at the house. I mean, if the city got to say, okay, y'all kids got to have a curfew, it's bad. If y'all got y'all kids outside running around and they young kids, I'm talking about 17 and under. I'll give a pass to a mature 17-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, okay, they about to turn 18. But if you got your kids up running around what you think gonna happen when they don't have a sense of when to stop running around and relax? Okay, as they get older, they gonna be up all night. And then when they able to get outside, they ain't got no curfew. They ain't got no curfew, so that's why they out running around all types of night, because ain't no discipline at the house. We got White Widow on the lines. White Widow, you on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Afternoon, Tory. I love it. I love it. You know what? Every time that there's a killing, you know, I'm not differentiating from someone who's 16, 14, or 80. I'm not. But, you know, what I noticed is that just the other day with the 22-year-old, he was a security guy down there by you. You may have seen him. But nevertheless, he was a 15-year-old and was shot. And the fact of the matter is that 2:30 in the morning, and that's what I note, when minors with time, and it's maybe sad and more morbid, but I always think, what time is it? What time did they get killed? And how old are they? So yeah, maybe it'll prevent. Maybe if an officer has the ability to enforcement and stops a child, you know, after curfew, who knows? Maybe 5 hours later, that child may be face down in the street with a gun in his hand, just like, you know, the song. So yeah, I'm all for it. We have to be careful of the 16-year-olds who have to work after 10 o'clock. So, you know, yeah, it may take a little bit of work, and, you know, but it's a start. And like I said, I'm not beyond the fact that it's very possible if you stop that child at 10:30 and make him go home, that maybe that child won't be dead at 2. So I'm happy.
I agree. Like, this is all I'm saying. You know, when children don't have discipline at home, they usually end up getting out here with that undisciplined mentality. And then, you know, where a lot of people find their discipline is when they go to jail or when they get arrested, or they got to wake up and go to sleep when they tell them to, or they got to go to the army and they tell them when you go to when to go to bed, when to get up, when to work out. You know what I mean? Like, you can, you know, I think that the one thing you can do is kind of establish an order in the house, and it all centers around, to me, when they get up and when they go to bed. To me. And if that's not there, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some problems. Eddie. How you doing, brother Eddie?
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Good, Tory. Welcome back. Where did you go, Tory? Where were you?
I had to take a time out. I had to relax, get myself together, self-care. Hey, restore.
I know. We were in London, Paris.
Hey, I can't tell you the secrets. I can't tell you all the secrets.
You didn't go to that special island that Oprah goes to and all the black celebrities.
No,
did you in the Caribbean?
With your friends at the Island Boys and your boy Epstein. Your boy Eddie Epstein.
Yeah, there's pictures of me and Epstein all over the place.
Hey,
ask Liz and ask White Widow.
You was Island Boy. Eddie. You was Island Boy Eddie for a second.
I was, and I think those guys are. Did you see Charleston White take on one of the Island Boys in a boxing match?
Right. I thought you was going to jump in and interfere with the match because he was beating up your boy.
I would have if I was there. I would have jumped in, but I do like Charleston White. I think he's a genius in the black conservative movement. Charleston White.
Well, your boy Hulk Hogan passed away, so I know you feel some type of way.
I know. You know, I got to be honest, Tory. I really didn't dig the guy. I thought he was a little too Florida for me. A little too pickup truck, a little too, I don't want to say anything too wrong, a little too rural for me. Wow. You know what I mean?
Lauren
so
Taylor,
we're not all alike.
Lauren Taylor in the chat says,
some of us.
Eddie, Lauren Taylor in the chat says, did anyone hold up Hulk Hogan's arm 3 times to see if he was really out?
Bruh. What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
You know in wrestling,
okay.
when they, never mind.
Tory, is anybody shocked? Let me just say something. There must be something. My whole life I've been hearing that celebrities die in 3, and sure enough, again, we've got the case, right?
Right.
Right. We got Theo, and then we have Ozzy Osbourne, and we have Hulk Hogan. I mean, this happens a lot. There must be something to it. But Tory, I'll tell you why I called, Tory. As Milwaukee's #1 Caucasian leader in Milwaukee's African American community, I just wanted to comment.
Not in your own community.
I wanted to put him.
You can't. They won't.
No.
They won't even accept you over there.
No, you need money. You need money.
Oh, wow.
To be a leader in Milwaukee's Caucasian community. But with the blacks, you just got to be quick-witted and sincere. And I kind of like that. You got to
stand on that island and hold the sign up.
That's right. That's true, Tory. That is absolutely true.
I'll pay for food. That's what you got to do.
Let me comment on this curfew thing. When I was a boy, I remember in the 70s, as soon as 10 o'clock hit, it went, hey, parents, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? And then my dad would always use that against me and my brothers, right? For the curfew. And here's the thing. If you track data and see how many kids under the age of 18, teenagers, get shot from, let's say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 10 o'clock, it's quite a bit. I mean, the stats, the meat of that is right there. So from 3 o'clock when they leave school, maybe on their way home from school, till 10 o'clock at night.
And in the neighborhoods, in the suburban neighborhoods, it may even happen at school.
That's not true.
Here
But
we
anyway,
go.
the point is, Tory, the point is I'd like to see that reduction from 10 p.m. to 3 p.m. That way, if these kids are
You
at
said
home,
what,
they're more
you said a
likely
3 p.m.
not.
curfew?
3 p.m. Yeah, that's right, 3 p.m.
Eddie, see,
Yeah.
this is why you don't got kids,
What?
Eddie.
What are you talking about?
You Child Protective
What do you mean,
Service
3
will
p.m.?
definitely, if you told your kids they had to be in the house by 3 p.m., Child Protective Services will definitely show up at your house.
Are you out of your damn mind?
Yeah, I think, Eddie, that's a
No,
great
I
thing
think
that
they
you
do.
are not reproducing, Eddie.
A father?
Hey.
Oh, you got to be kidding me, Tory. I've got the hair. I've got the eyes.
Curfew at 3 p.m., Eddie?
Hey, listen, that would take all those shootings and all those deaths down to virtually zero, Tory. I'm about saving lives, Tory, black lives. Tory, aren't you with me on that?
Here we go,
I can't
Eddie.
believe what you're saying to me.
Eddie,
Tory,
I'm
on that
just
note, I got to
trying to
go.
figure it
I got to
out.
clean up. I was painting all day.
All right, Eddie. Hey, Eddie, you know, it's a good thing that Eddie is single and painting. He get to smell all the paint fumes all to himself. We got time for another call when we come back. Okay, let's go to break, and when we come back, we got Winky Blue. Let me see. Well, it is about that time.
One call, that's all.
Hey, look, Truth Nation, now it's your chance to be our one call, that's all Grouper 5K giveaway entry winner for today. That's right, you'll be entered in to win $5,000, courtesy of Gruber Law Office. Caller number 10 right now at 833-212-1017 will be entered in to win our $5,000 giveaway right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, courtesy of Gruber Law Office. Once again, caller number 10 at 833-212-1017 will be entered in to win. And remember, if you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good Karma Brands teamed up with a 2021 national champion Wisconsin Badgers women's volleyball program to host the first ever Good Karma Brands volleyball clinic at Vincent High School in Milwaukee. The event covered all essential volleyball skills with sessions in hitting, setting, and passing. To wrap up the clinic, campers put the skills they just perfected to the test with a full scrimmage. The event wouldn't have been possible without our sponsors. Thank you to Big Frog Custom T-Shirts, UW Credit Union, and Siding Unlimited for their hard work in making this event possible.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the Lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks and enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
Dreaming of owning your first home? Milwaukee Habitat for Humanity can help make it happen. With little to no down payment and average monthly mortgage payments of $950, you can build a brand new home you love without breaking the bank. And you won't do it alone. Habitat provides the coaching, education, and support to guide you every step of the way. Stop renting and invest in a new home you can truly call your own. Visit MilwaukeeHabitat.org to learn more.
Hey, Wisconsin, are you feeling summer? Then it's time to feel cheesy. It's time to feel good. July 31st through August 10th, only at the Wisconsin State Fair. Presented by U.S. Cellular.
Join Outreach on Thursday, July 31st from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. to learn how prenatal care, routine well child visits, and habits that empower parents for healthy pregnancy. Call 414-727-6320 to register today.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Salute to Teresa. You'll be entered in to win our 5K giveaway, courtesy of Gruber Law Office. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. And let me tell you, there's nothing like a good meal to turn your whole day around. And at Cousin Subs, the bigger your smile, the better they feel. Their menu seriously has something for everyone, like Wisconsin cheese curds, golden fries, creamy shakes, and mac and cheese. You can pair all of that with your favorite sub, or even try a sub in a bowl. And don't forget the kids' meals now with a free cookie. Here's to a better day and better food. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a lot that we got to take in with this curfew, because they tried to establish it many times, with the curfew idea. But when we talk about these things with setting a curfew, and when I was coming up, Grandma said, you got to be in by the street light. When the street lights come on, you got to be at least on the porch. Don't be out running through the neighborhood. When the street lights come on, you got to be at least on the porch. We're going to head to the lines. Winky Blue. How you doing, Brother Wink?
Good afternoon to you, big brother.
Blessings, brother.
The curfew thing is a wonderful thing, but we're living in a different time, brother. The children that we're dealing with now. So I'm going to tell you something. We might as well not get all upset and start getting ready to march and carrying on, because a lot of young people out there is carrying guns, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 14-year-old boy that jumped out with that kidnapping. Okay, so if they start trying to reinforce that the little boys got guns, man, they got to go, man.
Oh, wow.
Them people gonna squeeze that thing on them, man. So it don't make no sense for us to get them out. They don't kill our babies. When they kidnapped that boy the other day,
mm-hmm.
It was a 14-year-old man that had a gun too, and I don't think the 36-year-old would have actually shot at the boy when he broke and ran, but that little 14-year-old boy is living in a fictional reality.
Right.
Meaning it's not real, but it's real to him.
Mm-hmm.
When they sit down in them games and they create those fictional characters that look real, that move real, that act real. Huh?
The Avatar.
Right. They're living in a fictional reality. The 14-year-old boy would have probably squeezed his gun and shot the man. And then we got people talking about the boy ran and left his baby. Look, black folk need to stop it, because if he'd have picked his baby up and the little boy shot and killed the baby, they would have said he used his baby for a shield. I mean, are we gonna ever stop, man, and get ourselves together? I mean, we sitting around talking about he ran from you. If you never had that pressure applied to your butt, if you never had that pressure applied to you, or you never applied that pressure to somebody, things can go wrong in an armed robbery, man. The boy had no idea that they were going to snatch his baby, but a kid with a gun is dangerous. So you start trying to enforce the curfew, and they got a gun, they running with a gun, you know what's going to happen. So it don't make no sense for us to get ready to start marching. They don't kill the boy. He didn't do this, and he didn't do that.
Past curfew.
And we know. Huh?
Why? Because he was out past curfew.
He out past curfew. They trying to enforce curfew. We ain't got no place to send them. If we do, when I was going to school, if you did too many truancies, they might lock you up in Wales. You know what I mean? So, we ain't got no place to even send them. Well, sitting up there, they keeping it heated, treated, and keeping the lawn manicured and everything just like they do these schools. Why won't they open that place back up, man, so we can get these kids back on track? So when we get ready to reinforce this curfew, get ready, because the babies got guns. When they got guns, that put them in a whole different light. If they get gun up, I'm not going out there to march, man, and knowing what they doing out there in the book. And if it can be proved that he got a gun, he had a gun. So, mamas, this is a message. They telling y'all, we coming with the curfew, because they understand who holding and toting them. But there's a lot of other guys out here that's toting them too. But at the same time, we got to look at our babies. We know they got guns. It's different when me and you was out there, man.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, I'm going to say this. It's a lot of different elements to the street culture, to the life that's going on, to the street life that's going on right now. And I'm going to tell you this, there's a lot of young, I used to wonder how all these young people get these guns and they ain't got a pot to pee in. You know what I mean? They ain't got nothing. They got bullets and guns, but they ain't got no food. They starving, you know. And so that's a bad combination. So at the end of the day, when you see this, what's going on? What are some of the root issues, or what are some of the things that we can? Because I think that it was so much neglect that happened over the years that we're seeing. Because I can go back and get a video from 2014 where I was talking to the news, talking about reinvesting in the youth, talking about we need to reinvest, we need to come up with things and ideas for the young people. Because if you don't, after a while, due to neglect, you're gonna get something that you don't want to see. And I think that we're seeing that right now. We're seeing the neglect of resources, where many over the years that people have been crying out, hey, let me get this program for the kids. Okay, you know what? Let's have this for the children. Let's see what we can do. Besides these club ideas, let's get some of these more social oriented ideas. I got a group called Mommy Cares right now that come out to the events, and Mommy Cares work with the teens on a day-to-day basis, and they can't get no funding. So, you know, I talk to these people. They be like, okay, we got these teens. They do cleanups. They doing all these things, working with the kids, and they can't even get the funding, okay? So everybody don't want to play basketball. Everybody don't want to go somewhere and dance. You know, where are the more active ideas? You know, give us some direction. Hey, all right. And salute to all of the organizations that come out when we get outside and get active. And I talk to them, and I'm getting to know a lot of these organizations that say they can't get no funding. And I'm trying to work with them and trying to put them in a space where there's community. At some point, we as a community going to have to go in our pocket. Or we in the community going to have to demand our leadership and say, hey, this is what we want. Forget what you're talking about. This is what we want. We want these people to carry this idea. You're going to have to start doing that instead of letting them piece it out to you. That's it. That's how it's no other way around it. And once you start changing your mind and taking authority to try to say, hey, look, you going to do this. This is what we want. Instead of, oh, we going to have to take what they give us. Okay? Because this comes from years of neglect when you see what we're seeing right now. You can't sweep none of this under no rug no more. This all the stuff you can't sweep under a rug no more. It's outright in front and center. Now what you going to do about it? Okay. The only reason we talking about this curfew is because I think that we got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And I don't think the curfew idea is a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea, but there's multiple things other things that got to take place as well. Simultaneously. It's not going to cure anything. It's just going to help manage. And we as a people, we can do that. We can get involved in that by issuing curfews and things like that to help out with the overall problem. It's a lot of moving parts to this problem. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll be joined on the lines by advocate Author Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You can be the light helping Milwaukee students reach college. Join the UNCF Walk for Education August 2nd at Veterans Park, our 41st year of lighting the way. Meet our inspiring 2025 Grand Marshals and Torchbearers. Your help funds scholarships for local students. Bring your coworkers, friends, and family for awards, great food, and community spirit. Every step taken lights the way to someone's future. Visit mkeuncf.info today.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Carrie Noni with her truth.
Lately, I've been feeling it too, like I'm just stuck in a loop. It feels like the days have just been blurring together. You wake up, go to work, run errands, maybe squeeze in something for yourself if there's time, and repeat. There's like this heaviness in the air, like everyone's moving, but no one is living. But then I remembered something very simple. You have enough time until you don't. How many times have you said that you wanted to read that book, take that trip, learn that new recipe, or even try that new hobby? But instead, we wait. We say, oh, maybe next month, or once I'm less busy. But time doesn't wait. If we're not careful, life becomes just a list of responsibilities. Being someone's wife, someone's mom, a coworker, a student, a provider. And we forget who we are outside of that. So I'm reminding you to break the cycle. You owe it to yourself and to those around you to finally live up to your wildest dreams, the ones that you had before you carried all these titles and were still full of life. So do something new, something that's just for you. Be open to discovery, because that feeling you get when you uncover something new that you love or something that you've always wanted to accomplish, that little spark, it's everything. And they say there's no time like the present. And to be honest, we should respect the concept of time a whole lot more. So let's not miss our chance to feel alive. Let's not forget that life isn't just meant to be survived, it's meant to be felt. So yeah, you have the time. Just don't waste it.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to Jammin' with Juice with Ben Jammin' and Carrie Noni weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by Lowe's. Kwame Onwuachi is a rising star in the culinary world. He's the award-winning chef behind Tatiana by Kwame Onwuachi, a popular New York City restaurant that blends styles and tastes to create a unique dining experience.
When we put a new dish on the menu, we have a menu matrix, we call it, and it tells the story of the dish, the origins of the dish, and it's just for the servers to know, because I feel like when a dish tells a story, it has a soul. We're not just cooking for perfect seasoning, we're cooking to share something with someone, nostalgia, a story, a memory, a feeling.
That attention to detail he describes is a big part of why diners love what he brings to the table. Chef Kwame relies on his experiences as a person of color with Nigerian roots growing up in New York City, drawing inspiration from everything from his own family's cooking to ordering Chinese takeout and eating at local bodegas. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. Milwaukee Brewers continue to be the hottest team in baseball, beating the Mariners in Game 3 of their 3-game series. This one by a final score of 10-2. The Brewers winning 2 out of 3 and now have a 1-game lead over the Chicago Cubs in the National League Central. Day off today for the Brew Crew. They'll pick things up at American Family Field on Friday afternoon against Miami. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL as the Green Bay Packers kicked off training camp on Wednesday. Head coach Matt LaFleur discussing what his mindset is going into camp.
Every opportunity that these guys get, they got to earn. Quite frankly, I don't care what you've done in the past. You got to go put in the work, and you got to prove it throughout the course of the training camp, the preseason, and you can never take it for granted because things change quickly in this league.
Packers this morning also unveiling a new alternate uniform to honor their 1923 season. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yup. It's a 5-2 thing, man. Minus setbacks for major comebacks. You hear me? Hello. Off Thompson in my blood to get through the struggle.
There's nothing like a good meal to turn your whole day around, and at Cousin Subs, the bigger your smile, the better they feel. Their menu seriously has something for everyone, like Wisconsin cheese curds, golden fries, creamy shakes, and mac and cheese. And you can pair all of that up with your favorite sub, or even try their sub in a bowl. And don't forget the kids' meals now with a free cookie. Here's to a better day and better food. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Joining me on the lines is advocate author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Salute, King. Happy Thursday.
Hey, happy Thursday. Hey, we had a lot of conversation today. But I want to talk about, we were on the subject of the curfew idea, and many times I would come up and I would see this on the news that, parents, do you know where your children are, to remind, hey, look, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are, and things like that. And but I think that when you look up now, you don't see a lot of people enforcing like curfew for the young people. I'm talking about in the house. So it's interesting to see that some of the older ideas that we grew up with, and then what we're seeing in 2025.
Absolutely, but I mean, it's a changing of a time, as much as things change, things stay the same as well. Again, the regulation of, the control that parents have, like I said, it's a double-edged sword, because these are the children who were told that they could call the police on their parents, These are the kids, when you take them to the doctor and the doctor asks them, are you okay with your mama being in here with you? You know what I'm saying? 6, 7, 8 years old. These are the children, again, who have everything worldly and little to no substance. So when we ask these questions, especially in our community where there's a majority of what they always put on the news, these single mothers who work in 3 jobs, again, how can you enforce a curfew if you got to work third shift? Am I with it? Absolutely. Did it start at home? Yes. I believe truly that there should be some type of regulation going on at home, especially as a parent. For me, my daughter, if we wasn't, because I kept her in all type of activities, but if we were home by a certain time, even to a point when, she was super young, she was in the tub by 7, in the bed by 8, because I need my time. I need to, unwind for the day. Right. After I done handled my business with my kid. That's supposed to be mommy and daddy time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's how it's supposed to work. However, we're dealing in a different time, and we're dealing with different situations. But at the same time, should there be a curfew? Yes, there should. But again, Wink made a hell of a point, because now when they start to regulate this, knowing what it is that we know, that these are children, like he said, 13 and 14-year-olds who out here getting caught up with these older individuals, being influenced. Again, it's a double-edged sword. Like, you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. The reality of it is, though, at some point, somebody have to get some type of control. Right. And I think at this point, it's pivotal for those of us who really give a damn about our babies and about our community. It's time for us, to bite that bullet. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things have been lax. And when it's lax, there's chaos. But in reality, when these things are put in place, because you remember the COVID-19 or even the 2020 thing, where they put these restrictions out for individuals. And then we seen the backlash of that it wasn't even the people from our community. You know, it was people from outside the communities, children from outside the community coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so much going on. But I think, you know, in totality, yes, I'm definitely with a curfew. Yes, I'm definitely with, you know, getting your neighbors involved. The neighborhood watch should become the neighborhood watch not only for people outside the community, but for the kids, the community or that neighborhood taking accountability for the children in the neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there should be some type of curfew, and there should be, again, this is a place where the black men and the black women need to come together and go to policing our own community and our own children. You know, when you see somebody, kid, and they're out at wee hours of the night, like that night me and you was out. I don't know if you recall, and we seen the kids, and they was, you know, trying to get rowdy, and you was like, hey. It's like, what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they're like, oh, no, you know, because, again, we can't expect for somebody outside our community to come in and deal with we know our children loud. A lot of the times the way we play to somebody else's look like our kids is doing something that they not, and that's how they play. You know what I'm saying? Loud, rambunctious, you know, like, again, I'm with curfew, and at the same time, I think it's a pivotal time for, you know, the men to get back in the front and lead this with the women, because, again, these are our babies.
Right.
And the reality is, idle time is the devil time. And the sad part is, when we put the curfew in play, we got to make sure that during the day these kids got something to do. Because we don't have that.
And the thing is, the curfew really starts with me is when grandma's like, okay, it's time to go to bed, you know, and you look up and
absolutely.
And so it's not
MASH was coming on.
That's something that we got to do.
That was the theme song.
This is something that we got to do as people. Law enforcement, they're only responding to you not having the discipline of having these kids be a certain way inside the house. They're only regulating what's going on due to undisciplined ideas. But we can deal with that in our homes. And many times we have missed the mark as a whole because the lack thereof, or somebody came up and said, hey, I'm not going to do that to my kids. I want to be a buddy parent, you know, or I want to be an older and not an elder. You know, so there are multiple ideas affecting everybody from having this goal to be, okay, let's add this to our community ideas. But this is something that we got to do as a people in the home, in our houses. It has nothing to do with nobody else.
And neighborhoods too, because like I said, you know, I recall, you know, the street lights. We had to beat the street lights home.
Right.
If not, we had individuals in the neighborhood who would come to the basketball court like, hey, y'all don't see the street lights coming on? Y'all better go and take y'all butt home. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a code, a ethics code that we had, you know. But like you said, you know, in that era of the trauma of the parent who felt like, you know, it was overextended or it was just too much and they wanted to give their children leeway, again, we're giving them the wrong leeway, you know, because, again, they had everything we didn't, but they don't have what we had. And that's the substance. That's the guidance. That's the discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be rules to the game for everybody to be able to play, you know? So I'm definitely with the curfew. I'm definitely with we have to personalize it, but also, like I said, if you see children that you know that's out past a certain time, you act like, what are you doing? Like, where's your parents? Because I do see, you know, 10, 11-year-olds out in what my father would call a witching hour. What are you doing outside?
Riding bikes.
You 10, 11 o'clock, all in the gas stations. Like, no.
And then
there has to be some type of collective
I don't know.
that we come together
how this happened, but now I see these little kids out riding around on them Lime scooters late at night, zooming through the alley, through the street. I said, "Oh my goodness!"
Yeah.
I said, "It's 11. It's 11 something," and they riding around like wow,
like it's nothing. I mean, like I said, things change, things stay the same. I wouldn't say that, we didn't have individuals who, again, we coming from the crack era, so it was a lot of kids who manned themselves outside, you know what I'm saying, the curfew things, and the reality of that is, we seen the outcome of that. A lot of them went to juvie, a lot of them went to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, so again, we not only have to have the discipline to give our children discipline, we have to have the discipline for ourselves, because when my mother and them did regulate, they were in the house as well, So a lot of the individuals whose children are outside, because they outside. You see what I'm saying?
Right. They ain't got no
So the reality is, a sacrifice has to be made. Do you truly love your children? You want the best for them? Then you're going to make the sacrifice to be not outside either. Because I'm finding, too, that with the olders, a lot of the olders still want to be in their youth.
They competing with the young
The
folk.
guidance is mixed up. Man, look, you dressing like them, you talking like them, you walking like them, you trying to talk to people they age. Who leading who?
Hey, look.
So, I mean, yeah, but I'm with curfew.
Hey, look, when we come back, I
Absolutely.
want to get your thoughts on Governor Evers not running for governor. Truth Nation, when we come back, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation! The Wisconsin State Fair is back. This year's State Fair runs from July 31st to August 10th. You know how it goes down at the State Fair. Whether it's the delicious food, fun rides, the competitions, or the music, there's always something for the entire family. And the Truth wants you to enjoy the whole experience, which is why we will be giving away a pair of tickets on both Truth to Power and Jamming with Juice. So make sure to listen for your chance to win tickets so you don't miss your chance to enjoy the Wisconsin State Fair, courtesy of the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center in Brookfield lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. A friendly expert can go over Pella's endless possibilities for all price ranges, from colors to hardware to custom designs, ensuring you get the best possible look for your home. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you get the look you want at a price you can afford. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. It's off Blue Mound Road, kitty corner to Cops, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
At Cousin Subs, the bigger your smile, the better we feel. That's why our menu features something for everyone, like our Wisconsin cheese curds, golden fries, creamy shakes, and mac and cheese, all paired with your favorite sub, or our subs in a bowl. And don't forget our kids' meals, now with a free cookie. Here's to a better day. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the oncoming coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
There's nothing like a good meal to turn your whole day around, and at Cousin Subs, the bigger the smile, the better they feel. Their menu seriously has something for everyone, like Wisconsin cheese curds, golden fries, creamy shakes, and mac and cheese. You can pair it all with your favorite sub, or even try a sub in a bowl. And don't forget the kids' meals that comes with a free cookie. Here's the better and better food. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Elizabeth Brown, Governor Evers is not running. Hey, it's a wide open. You know, when they give up them seats, a lot of people join in the race.
It's finna get tricky. Oh, absolutely. You finna see all type of, foolery and trickery, and the puppet masters. The puppet masters is getting together. They're getting the little war chests together. You're about to see a whole lot of with the smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? But we already knew that, he was going to get out the way because, word on the street, we hear the rumors. We in a couple rooms, so we already know what's about to happen. But the beautiful thing is out with the old and in with the new. And the people just got to keep their eyes open. Keep your eyes open, keep, and not just your physical eyes, because it's deeper than what you're looking at. It's always have been, But for those who are getting ready to throw your hat in, understand the plight that's before you. And those of us who are outside looking in, we right now need to be getting our questioning and everything together, because whoever steps up, whether they're from here, because, we know it's going to be people from here, or
right.
they're going to bring somebody from outside. But we have to make sure that the people who put their name in the hat is known for helping the people, that they have results, not one of the do-nothings and get paid, okay? Because we got a lot of do-nothings and get paid, while the people that's doing everything not getting paid. So we got to keep that in the forefront of our mind. But again, I'm with it.
Also, I want to, this thing with Obama telling that, about gay mentorship for boys,
oh, man.
It's spreading around. A lot of people trying to get some clarity on what, he talking about.
He said what he said. You know what I'm saying? Again, there is no straight man who's going to say anything like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? Again, anytime that you don't want nobody that's going to be around your child to influence your child. I don't know nobody who really, Tory, just that ideology. Again, he was that president who brought all of these ideas in, 155 genders and all of this thing. Anybody that would open the door for adults, whether it be straight or gay, that should be around somebody's children, to be heavily influenced by another grown adult and not the individuals, your parents. Because if I recall it right, you know what I'm saying, Obama era was when they were telling the children that they don't have to tell their parents that they changing their names and becoming or being addressed by girls and boys' names that their parents don't know nothing about. So, again, with that being said, keep y'all eyes open. A lot of stuff going on, but at the end of the day, we work with them.
Hey, all right, Queen. Hey, it was another powerful conversation. I appreciate everything you're trying to do as we stand on these front lines, girl.
Hey, you already know. I'm with it. Let's get it.
All right. I'll talk to you soon. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen. All right, Tory, love for wonderful. Green don't always mean go. Let's get it.
All right, everybody in the chat. I see y'all every so often I look in the chat and they get to talking about food and everything. I don't know. The chat be taking on a life of its own, but salute to everybody in the chat for joining the show. Salute to everybody that called in. Salute to everybody that hit us up on the talk to text lines. Another powerful conversation. Join me tomorrow as we end out the week on this Friday. Hey, look, it feels good to be back now. Keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go. Look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Truth Nation, are you looking for a fun opportunity to showcase your clothing line, restaurant, nonprofit organization, food truck, or small business? Well, look no further than doing it at our Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. We are currently accepting vendor applications for our festival, and you don't want to miss out on this great opportunity to promote your business and be part of all the fun. To be a vendor,
Plus Audio Network Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wild